used to be so innocent. All the things that happened have changed me internally. Have changed me entirely. Somehow you tore down all of those I placed to keep me safe from going insane. So how do you expect me to fall asleep after the things you said to me, after the things you made me feel? The night goes on and on. The night goes on and on. I used to be so incomplete. I used to fear so many things, but now I'm undeniable, recognizable. I used to think I had to be different. All I had to do was listen to the voice within. Listen to the voice within. Somehow you tore down all of the walls I placed to keep me safe from going insane. So how do you expect me to fall asleep after the things you said to me, after the things you made me feel? The night goes on and on. The night goes on and
D's nuts. Ha, got him. Welcome, Pudding. How you doing, buddy? Let's play some video games. I know. I didn't think you'd get unsick or sickened. Then hours. I decided to eat before I started. Yeah, I now have a 60% keyboard. I don't regret getting the 60% keyboard, but I do regret not getting a like 65% keyboard, which means that there's arrow keys. Because I've noticed and I didn't think about it until after the fact, but there's a lot of applications where I use arrow keys, like for talk keys and stuff. And now I can't do that. I have to hold F, the function key, and then use U, H, J, and K for arrow keys. So I didn't think ahead. But if it gets too unbearable, then I will just upgrade again. But hopefully that doesn't happen. I kept getting on and the insurgency wasn't ready yet, which was annoying. Yeah, it's very annoying. So like Windows key and arrow keys let you move a window onto the screen in corners, and then if you tap it again, it'll make it halfway. Now it requires me to do Alt or Windows key, function key, and then I have to somehow reach over to U, H, J, and K in order to do the arrow. It's so unusable. I'm like, bruh. So, aside from that, though, I didn't really use much of the other keys, like the keypad and whatever. So, I'm not too upset that I lost that. I guess let me use my walls.
Engineer spotted.
Oh, what the hell? Bruh, everything reset. Ew, cringe. Wow. Should I do this objective and then close the game and fix my mods? Or do I just deal with it?
I'm good.
Because this is what we call cringe. Oh my god, everything's up close. Blech.
Okay, watch yourself, Danny.
Alright. Volume 16. I figured you'd like Pegboard Nerds. Yeah, their music slaps, and they make a lot of music too, and it's like all of it's always good. All right, let me quit to death. You'll really like. Personally, I think you'll really like it. If you're okay with me playing it while I fix all this stuff. I can't remember exactly what song it is. Oh, that's right. So good. Gotta love that. What's a scam? Why is this happening to me? Amen, brother. Why does this happen? I mean, that's understandable, man. You're sick. No hard feelings. It's just nice to be able to do. I'm doing YouTube and streaming again. It's like, but like clicking and dragging just makes me feel like I'm a noob. Like I don't know what hotkeys are. Oh, this song is also really good. Oh my god, I forgot.
Maybe I just wanna go in the dark, see what I'm not, keep what I got. 'Cause maybe I don't really know what I need, just what I need. Dive off the deep end. Deep end. Dive off the deep end. Deep end. I just wanna dive off the deep end.
6 streams. Oh, do you do like a on the side editing for somebody?
Off the deep end. I just wanna dive off the deep end. Maybe I just wanna go in the dark, see what I'm not, keep what I got. 'Cause maybe I don't really know what I mean, just what I need. Dive off the deep end.
Oh, I see. Yeah, might as well.
Deep end. Dive off the deep end. Deep end. I just wanna dive off the deep end.
Where in the fuck are they?
Dive off the deep end.
Rock and stone. Why is this giving me problems? The packages aren't in here. Bruh. Read. Why is this giving me trouble? Oh. Drew, you fucking idiot. I thought when it said includes mod packages, I thought it was talking about, like, ones that they include with the mod that I won't use. That's why I was like, I don't want that. So after this, I'm planning to, play State of Decay after I do this, so in case you were excited or wanting to play that. It's gonna play Despacito, huh? Did you know they did a... For their 9-year anniversary, they did 90s songs, and so some Pixel Terror did Sandstorm. Sounds pretty good, though. Darude Sandstorm. I'm gonna assume it's this one. This is a certified bro moment. I hate how long this is taking me. I want to save these. Oh yeah, see, it does come. I'm so confused. Okay, yeah, I don't want any of these. Yeah, wait, what? Okay. It doesn't want to loot or load. Do I have a list of that? Can I like put them all? Oh, of course. I'm just gonna individually click each one so you can see. The ones that I thought were good for my channel. There you go. Wow. Those are all mine. Yeah, so what I originally had up was exactly what I wanted. How annoying. So I'm gonna want this one. How annoying. English, continue. Oh, sorry, I stopped playing music. But yeah, hopefully you like that first song I played. I love that stuff. So what did you mean by volume 16? In regards to Monster Cat? Because, I mean, we got... I mean, there's way more than 16 albums, so obviously I know that's not what you meant. Oh, are you talking about this? Because this was like around the time I started not only making YouTube videos, but when I started more listening to Monster Cat. Ah, I see. Yes, this stuff slaps. I love, where is it? Just, so you're going, that's awesome, man, though. You know, it's awesome to see somebody else who's interested or at least enjoys the music, or at the very least is trying to listen to it. I think it's this one. Yes, the Peacock Haywire remix. Loved this. And also the Rain Stephen Walking remix. I remember listening to this all the time when it was like rainy weather for some reason, but I just remember it very specifically. Yeah, this was... I was a sophomore in high school and I just finished, or I started making YouTube videos. It's crazy. Yeah, what... Okay, so there's supposed to be... I don't understand. They're supposed to be in here. I don't know why they're not showing up. Good question, good question. like I can't. Oh, I'm gonna scream. Read. So I can install these ones. You know, it's honestly, there's somebody had to have made a comment about it on this. Because I don't think I can install older versions. And the one that I had wasn't wanting to launch for whatever reason. So this was updated. What? Okay, so this was updated yesterday. I really hate that you can't. Oh. Oh, wait. Yes, I can. Oh. This might be my saving grace. Because this one doesn't have the packages that are necessary. So actually, while that loads, let me go over here and see if people are like, bro. This is annoying. But yeah, I'm sure considering you said that you're going through the order of all of the volumes or the albums, I'm sure you've noticed that things like every year music changes. Like it all sounds different and it's cool. Okay, well, fuck me, that was a waste of my time. So let's try that again. We'll do 1.7 because this one's busted. Okay. Let's try this one. Jesus Christ, I want to play some damn games. I hope this one works. You know what? I mean, I don't really know why this would be the problem. I'm going to update it. I'm wondering if maybe because there was items inside of the whatever you want to call it, maybe that's why it's having problems, but even then I don't know why, but there's supposed to be packages in here that you can disable in case they are incompatible with certain mods that you're trying to use. So, as always, I've turned them off. How annoying. Or I hope that's not the problem. If it is, then that's silly. I don't know why that would be the case, but since I removed the packages from it, it should show it, hypothetically. This is a certified bruh moment. Yeah, they just did a live stream for the new update. It just came out, so I wanted to play it a little bit, plus I missed the game. But yeah, like I was saying before, they added lighting for the well, yeah, dude, it's freaking bright. It's white. I mean, it's not super, it just looks really bright on camera. It's more like luminescent. Like, you remember back in the day, like on the PlayStation 2, right? How sick it was to have like the DualShock controllers that were like see-through. This is what it exactly reminds me of. It's just, it's white because it shines, or the light shines through the plastic better, which is why I like it. And then as for the keyboard, yeah, the keyboard's just white with, you know, RGB. But yeah, it makes everything shinier. That's why I liked it. But yes,
Look to
very,
your right,
very bright.
and you're looking at this ammo crate that's in here. When you swing your heavy weapon, your backswing will actually knock off any zombies that are nearby. So you can stand there, and as long as you have stamina, for the most part, zombies aren't going to be able to jump on you.
There is a feral in here.
Oh, we gotta kill him with a rifle.
No touchy.
I hate watching them play. Nothing against them. Man, why is this? What's the update? So they added lighting, custom lighting on outposts and everything that you like will live in. So you know how previously you would move into like a place and then suddenly it's, you know, it's your place, but there was no renovations in regards to the lighting. So now what they did was, I mean, you'll see it when I play it, but pretty much like every sort of outpost that you equip, only when you equip it, of course, you basically, it doesn't show it, but you basically, your group will go and install lights, like basically like Christmas lights to light up everything, so that way everything looks better, easier to see in the night. That way it also makes it more roomy or homey, I guess. Also, they improved the lighting and a lot of stuff on Providence Ridge. But yeah, so now inside your base or whatever, yeah, it won't be dark anymore, which is nice. I think that it was a nice touch. What is a nice touch is if this thing would freaking load. That's probably why they did things like Christmas lights, and most importantly, at least in that game, they're based on sound, not really vision. Yeah, now I can't do Alt F4, I have to do Alt Function 4 to close something, which is kind of annoying too. Why does it keep telling me? Oh my god. There we go. I have like 4 freaking things open. I'll leave those there for now. We'll delete them here. I'll delete this as well. I hate when it does that. Okay. English. Continue. Yeah. Okay, they're still not here. What the fuck? I have not played it yet. I haven't even bought it. There's got to be something that I'm missing here. Do I have it on my secondary PC? Or I mean my secondary drive? I could have sworn I had it on my main, but nope, it is on... Nope, wrong game. Oh, Ubisoft, that's right. Dude, why are they not showing up? I want to cry. Bro, what's happening? I want to cry. Posts. What's the bug? I don't get it. What am I missing here? This is frustrating. Frustrating, frustrating. I don't understand. Why? I want to cry. Sorry, this is the most exciting stream you've ever seen in your life. I wonder... Let me try one more thing. Oh, actually, I have not. Do the good old-fashioned verify files here. Hope that fixes it. If not, then I will KMS. Oh, a new song.
Chasing the horizon, sun is going down, we ain't headed home yet. I can feel it building, pressure so high it'll never come down. Feeling like a billion, head up in the sky, I've been losing the ground. Give me that, give me that. I can feel it. I can feel it rising. I can feel the wind on the back of my neck. Chasing the horizon.
I'm so annoyed.
Sun is going down, we ain't headed home yet. I can feel it building. Pressure so high, it'll never come down. Feeling like a billion. Head up in the sky, I've been losing the ground. Give me that. Give me that. I can feel it.
Ay, ay, ay. It's almost done. It's halfway there. This song's okay. Dude, Volume 7 was so good. I'm trying to think of good ones for you. You might like this one. Ouch.
She got those lips like Aphrodite,
I like this dude dabbing in the corner.
and she's not easily excited. She like to talk during a movie. She like wasabi on her sushi. So specific. She likes the strangest things, my intuition tells me to let her keep making decisions. She does it naturally, so I will follow your lead. Hands down, my mind's made up, you're the best I ever had. Hands down, it feels so good when opposites attract. Hands down, I'm not one for getting too attached. Hands down, but my mind's made up, you're the best I ever had. We don't have too much in common, except we puff that marijuana. You got my head spinning like tie-dye, all spaced out like a
Hey, look, it's my keyboard.
that good connection like Wi-Fi. Let me get to know ya, so specific. She likes the strangest things, my intuition tells me to let her keep making decisions. She does it naturally, so I will follow.
Yes, that's a good song. I smoked a lot of weed. My mom says I'm a bad boy. Yeah, that one's good. I really liked So What from Pegboard Nerds. Oh, here it is. I think also another thing I'm sure you're noticing is that a lot of the same artists, they have like a similar style, which I love. So like it was so cool first listening, and then like an artist or a song would come on, I'd be like, oh, this person probably made it, and then I could just tell. But 18 and 19 were the first two that I bought back in March of 2015, like before I originally got on the hype train on release day of this one, which was June 1st. These weren't from 2015 though, this was 2014, but I remember listening on YouTube, and I remember specifically going to 7-Eleven and getting a $30 iTunes gift card. And I bought these two, and then I bought 21 because this one came out January or February of, no, I think March, like actual March of 2015. So it was new when I bought it. But these two I played on repeat forever, and I absolutely loved these two. I think you'll really enjoy these two albums once you get to them. Like, what's a good one? Oh, this is a better example. This song, one of my favorites. But yes, Slap. All files have been successfully validated. Jesus Christ, I have way too many things open. Let's fix that. Close this. Mods, Far Cry 6. Where is it? That's so frustrating. I can install these two because they're quote-unquote conflicted, but ugh. Oh, that's so annoying. There's... I want to cry. So I can install these ones, but I can't fix my weapon FOV. Oh, is missing dependency / game path. Enable all dependency packages? Yes. But wait, We still can't install it. I don't understand. I really don't. This has not been a problem until I updated this thing. Packages which are required for running selected package. If you don't enable one of these dependencies, you can experience bugs and crashes. Oh, I have an idea. Here, let's click select packages. Enable all dependency packages. Yes. Wait, where'd it go? I was about to say, what happened? But would you look at that? It still doesn't want to work. Oh, I mean, I guess I could ask in the... Let's see. Because I'm inside of the... Okay, here we go. New... Other packages. But since I've updated, there are none to be seen. I am trying to reinstall the Iron Sight FOV and View Model FOV mods. However, they claim to be conflicting with something that I cannot disable. God, it's so triggering. See if somebody gets back to me pretty fast. But who knows? Okay, so somebody, I mean, I don't think this correlates, but let me try checking one of my folders. That would be heartbreaking. Oh, try deleting the following okay, so maybe this is it. Maybe this is it. Users, Drew. Oh no, you know my name. How cringe. Oh. App data. Data. Local. Temp. .net. So you better not tell me it's open. Yeah, I really hope that this... I mean, if this is a fix, I'm look like a fucking idiot because I didn't scroll up, but... These nuts. Ha, got him. I'm gonna fucking square up with somebody. Why? Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. This is fucking troubleshooting stream. Hope yours. Well, I don't hope you are, but hopefully you aren't as miserable as I am right now. Not being able to know what the problem is just driving me up the wall. It like reloaded itself. Well, do I just say fuck this and worry about this later then? I'll wait until they get back to me. Maybe play some State of Decay. What do you think? Okay. Yeah, sorry. That was a big fat pain in the ass. I'm going to end the stream and then reload it in about... well, here, I guess I'll look up State of Decay 2 real quick, just so I can figure out what day I'm on. Actually, it doesn't matter. Oh, what a Chad. 6 days ago, Carbonfish played this game. He knows what's up now. What does L2P stand for? Your fucking mod text. For starters, I like how you rename system to Allah. Has cheaties, uwu, checking that pretender for cheated outfit. Momigio seems to be kind of cute. Learn to play. Oh yeah. Cringe. Oh, somebody's typing in the chat or in the Discord. I'm intrigued to see. Oh, it was an update that removed the need for BPs. Ah, I see. Well, then is there a reason why there is a conflicting error for the two? I select the options to enable all dependency packages. I can't spell. Nothing happened. So I said, well, is there a reason then why there is a conflicting error for the two? I select the options. Oh. Hi, YouTube. Oh. What? Oh, this contains some updated files. It is quote-unquote conflicting because the mod is looking for a base package that doesn't exist, therefore the red X. Ah, okay, that makes sense. I really appreciate your help. I've been trying to figure it out for about 45 minutes. didn't think about the mods being outdated, as in from a previous version, rather maybe with an in-game update they would incompatible. Thank you again. So I said, okay, that makes sense. I really appreciate your help. Have been trying to figure this out for about 45 minutes. Didn't think about the mods being outdated as in from a previous version. Rather thought that maybe with an in-game update they would be incompatible. Thank you again. What the Should it? Should it go on YouTube? Okay, so that's why. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but I don't know. It, in a way, it just feels counterintuitive, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like they... Like, it just feels like, in a way, it went backwards. Like, obviously, I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. This is better. So let me... Oh, okay, okay. So I'm going to delete these two. So now they're going to disappear. And then I add them in here. I don't care about the... I don't kill civs, so that's not funny to me. I don't want the weapon rebalance because that's cringe. I just want this. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Okay. Wow. Fuck me. And then inside of Far Cry 6, I do know there was a thing on here that said update available. Okay. Now I'm understanding. Got it. Fuck. What a pain in the ass, dude. God. That took so much work. For... It didn't say... I don't know. The way it was worded just didn't make sense to me, I guess. I guess that's my excuse. Now is it going to work? Oh, thank you, Jesus. So now I can install and then start the goddamn game. Well, anyways, big thank you to the dude. I feel bad for these people. They have to deal with people like me who are stupid. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm necessarily stupid for not understanding that, but it didn't seem very intuitive. It didn't say anything about, oh, base packages are no longer necessary. You need to go reinstall. I don't know. No excuse. Just bad anarchist player. Now I can close this, thankfully. Oh, yes, finally, I could play. What the... There we go. Just to play video game. I prepared beforehand, like I set up everything before the fact. I was like, and then I ate too, so I didn't have to eat or in the stream. I got everything ready. And then just to get pranked over one small thing. This reminds me of the time that did I ever tell you about the time that I destroyed, or I spent 3 days troubleshooting a hard drive just to find out that I wasn't giving it enough power? Did I tell you about that? That was terrible. I lost so many, like, game saves and stuff just from that. Basically, this was, I don't know, probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. No, okay, so hear me out. It doesn't necessarily sound dumb on my end. It's not something that I would have thought about. But pretty much what had happened was I got a new hard drive and I installed it and everything. But I think I also got a new SSD. I think that's what happened because I have two 1 terabyte SSDs. So once I installed both of those and I moved over the hard drive and whatever, I pretty much had to re-plug in all of my ports.
Checkpoint's Libertad's now.
Okay, now it looks good again. Thank the Lord. But as I was saying, so pretty much when I re-plugged in everything, all of a sudden it wasn't detecting my hard drive. And I was confused, obviously, because I was like, what happened? All I did was plug it back in, and now suddenly it's not powering in. I would get an I/O device error, which means input output. So looking into troubleshooting it and stuff, some possible claims were that what might have happened is somehow while it was powered on, which it wasn't, I never would do this, but somehow maybe it had power still getting sent to the hard drive, and so when I unplugged it, it basically just shocked it or just fried the hard drive. So for the longest time, I thought that was the problem. So for probably a day or so, I was trying to recover stuff from it, like old video. Cause back when I was doing YouTube, I wanted to save the videos, like all my video footage and stuff. So I was just trying to recover stuff from that, but it was taking forever just to like do anything, and it wasn't giving me any progress in regards to like the program I was using to recover stuff. So I was like, I don't even care at this point, like I've wasted my time. I just wanted to figure out why the device isn't working. So I ended up doing an RMA. Yes, I believe I did an RMA for it and got a new one or something, because I, claimed that it was broken and I don't know what happened. Like I didn't do anything to it, like at least intentionally to destroy it. So I got a replacement, and then I went back to trying figuring it out, and the same thing was happening. I just kept getting an input-output device error. So over 3 days, I was like formatting everything. I was resetting my PC. I reinstalled Windows. Like I just did every possible thing I could, and it just kept giving me the same error. So at this point, I'm losing my shit, because I'm like, dude, why can't you figure this out? There's no way that you damaged the device, or that, you plugged this one in with the power off and everything, and it still is having a problem. So looking into it, I can't remember where I saw, but somebody made a comment about how there's the possibility that you don't have enough power being sent to the device. So when I was looking at my power supply, the plugs that it came with, there were some individual plugs that had about, because you know how with hard drives and SSDs, there's SATA ports, SATA data cables, and then there's also like the power source for it. It kind of looks like an L. Each plug or input for the power supply came with one of those cords, but it had about 4 or 5. Did I try deleting system 32? Yes, haha. But pretty much every plug came with like 4 to 5. It was kind of like it looked like Christmas lights in a way, but it had about 4 to 5 SATA power slots. And I had, I think, all 3 of them plugged into the same one. But anybody would look at that and think that that's okay, especially considering the power, like the Corsair that designed the power supply probably knew, or you would think that they knew that the power cord would be able to supply enough power to each individual plug that was on the cord, hence why there was about 4 to 5 slots. Well, as soon as I unplugged that hard drive and I plugged it into its own separate line, all the problems went away. And the fact that it was just over one port on the same plug, I lost my shit. I was like, dude, how does that make any sense? Like, just the way it happened, it just drove me mad. The fact that it took me 3 days to figure that out, but because it was like a solid 3 days of just sitting here, like looking up stuff and figuring out stuff and messing with it. But that was the entire problem, just because of one cable or a hard drive, or too many devices on one plug. I was pissed. But at the same time, extremely relieved, because, finally all that pain that I just went through is over. So, but yeah, so if you ever have a problem where you're having an input-output device error, just remember to, the first thing you should do is unplug it. Unplug it back in. No, but unplug it and try plugging it into a separate power source. But wow, yeah, that was hell for no reason. Also, I like how with this FOV, you can see on the right side of my screen, for some reason, the visual effects of the water get all messed up. But at least now we're finally playing after an hour. Thanks for being so patient, which I know is hard for you. XD. And I know you're not going to disagree with me, because you know I'm right.
Buenas noches.
I left my phone behind me. So I'm loving being back at the job I'm working at, by the way. Not even, I did a decent amount of overtime, and also keep in mind that there was I don't have benefits or a 401k set up right now. But within like a little over a week of work, I made $1,700 on my paycheck. It was a very good paycheck. And also this coming Friday, I'm gonna get about, after taxes, it's $1,000, but after taxes, it'll be about $750 or something like that. But I'm getting a bonus for being vaccinated, which I think is incredibly fair, because the only reason why I got vaccinated in the first place was because the job. That was the only part of my job that I didn't like. Not that it was for any political reasons, just avoid taxes. Ah, yes, tax fraud, my favorite. But as I was saying, they told me that if I didn't have any PTO, aka paid time off, to cover for like me being absent if I had COVID, I would not get paid to be gone, which I thought was kind of messed up, but that was the only reason why I got the shot, because mostly I'm just a wuss. I'm scared of needles, so that was why I didn't ever want to get the shot. But at that point, you know, I kind of had to. Oh, that's my favorite. Love when the HUD disappears. There we go. Also, I unlocked last week the overclocked deagle, and it's bad. It's worse than this one. Oh, I missed. Don't mind me, officer. So it's blown up. It did get destroyed, right? Yeah, it did. Okay. But yeah, so on top of my really good paycheck coming back, I'm getting paid for being forced to get the shot. So it's been good. I'm not, you know, no longer financially stressed. So overall, everything's been good. Excited to go back to playing some COD games and getting back into doing YouTube. Definitely prioritizing streaming, because that's my goal and my desire nowadays, but it's also nice just, you know, doing another sort of content creation too, keeping my secondary channel alive. So life's been good, man.
Officer, rank won't protect you. Better watch myself. Adios.
Yeah, yeet. Yeah, you've been sick, man. What about work? Any luck with finding a job? They're like, we do background checks around here, but we also did a cringe check for you, and we found that you were incredibly cringe. You're hired. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. They're like,
Checkpoint's ours.
even though I don't understand it, or I've never understood the term, isn't based like a good thing? Technically a good thing? But we did a cringe check on you, and it turns out you're incredibly based. You've got the job. Are jobs hard to find around there, or is it because you're looking for one specific kind of job? Like, you know, not working at McDonald's or whatever you have around there. Well, I'm glad I wasn't wrong.
Better watch my step. Medic's on duty.
You know, I'm not even gonna freaking go for the kills. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. I see, then that makes sense. Yeah, it's one of the things I never liked about going back to school, or the idea of going back to school. It's like, what if I get, like, qualified or get a degree and this and that, just to be, you know, not given any jobs because I don't have the experience or any stupid BS. So no, I feel it. My girlfriend's actually going to work with me at the casino, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, she'll start making better money too, which will be nice for her. She deserves it.
Okay, careful, Danny. Sniper on Overwatch.
Oops. I love that this is still a problem in this game. Bro. Am I blind? Oh, there it is. Figured I could just drive back since I can't fly anyways. That's right, because you were doing the internment, idiot. The, whatever the heck you call it. Internship. There we go. You're gonna be the guy that starts manufacturing those like sex machines where it's like the the dildo on the stick that goes forward and backwards. That's your future occupation, man. I just know it. You'll be like the memes of the dude that is like all slouched and it's like, okay, because they'll be like, Pudding, you need to make a new design with a dragon dildo. Okay.
Medic can't save you. What was that?
I really hate that I have to stand up just to jump. Sounds like you had an exciting childhood then. I'm jealous. Because I didn't have that. I just had people getting in fights. It was cringe. Oh, why did I do that? Oh, it's a... I was wondering why there's a person there. And you're like, no, sir, that is not my sex doll. And they're like, we know. We're asking you. I swear it's not mine. Yes, pudding. We know. It's not yours. Totally forgot about the camera. Say adios. Amen, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Sweet.
Sneaky.
Sneaky. Sneaky breaky. Oops. Yeah, yeet. It's gotten easier. I see. Are you the same age as me? Or close? I honestly can't remember. I feel like we've had this conversation before. Wow, yeah, must be nice. For everybody here, it's still the same. To my knowledge, anyway. Oh, what? Why is that one so huge compared to the other ones? That's what she said.
Let's ride.
Nice. I'm jealous. Bro. Oh. Was not expecting that. Epic sex joke. Do a barrel roll. I mean, to be honest, yes, that was... There are some bugs, but for the most part, honestly, this game was fairly polished when I started playing. When bugs don't happen that often, it's funny. It's just when it happens all the time, it makes the game a joke. Just like my life. I've always hated... I think I just have so many resources that when I grab more, my game stutters like that, which gets a little old. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. It's all the way up top, huh? Time to run. I always forget to look at the black market before I start playing so I know what I'm unlocking. Oh boy, here comes FPS drop. So really no way. Bruh. Oof. Oh yeah, this is my character after unlocking the Mark II Fuego coat. Thought it looked pretty cool, I guess. Am I blind? Like, is there something I'm missing? As a kid, I wanted to be a video game designer, but growing up, you know, with how I was just explaining school, you know, no guarantee of having a job, it's like, it was always hard for me to want to actually fulfill the college dream. Plus, I didn't want to go in debt. But also, I feel like as a developer, you know, with how money grubby video games are nowadays, I feel like it would have been very difficult for me to be a video game designer because I always try and I'm always that guy that tries to get out of, well, not when I'm playing video games, so like when I'm making things like in Halo Reach or Minecraft, I always try to make it to where people can't get out of bounds. So like I think I'd be focused way too much on boundaries and like trying to, I obviously wouldn't want there to be bugs, which means that I would have to figure out every possible scenario of something to happen or whatever. So I don't know if I'd be a good dev, to be honest.
That camera needs to go.
Is there a way for me to get up here? Hell yeah. Life is meaningless, but not meaningless.
I see you, sniper.
Here comes the next one. Yeah, yeet. Oh, I missed. Oh shit, there's a lot of people. I feel like the alarm's about to go off.
They've got a medic.
Don't want to get detected. Yeah, yeet. Yeah, like if I could. Also, I've always hated that you could have more experience than somebody who has a degree, but they're only going to hire somebody with a degree. I think that's such a fucking, not to be that controversial, political, whatever person, but I think it's a scam. Like if I realistically went and studied right now, like to be a game designer and learned how to code, this and that, I feel like I should have more odds of getting a job versus the new guy who got the degree but doesn't even know how to do it. Like I've always thought, that was always what bothered me about school. Or college anyways, just to go in debt for hundreds of thousands of dollars, or possibly that much, I should say. Damn.
I can't believe it's you. I can't believe.
But like, if I could hypothetically get hired this very moment, like with the, I mean, I don't have experience, but like if I did have experience, wow, okay, don't let me use my wingsuit then, I guess. That's stupid. Why does it do? I know I'm in a anti-air zone, but I'm using my wingsuit. The only place that doesn't let you use your wingsuit when you're in a quote-unquote anti-air zone is whatever you call it. Oh god. Well. Okay, so I guess when you're inside of an anti-air zone, it won't let you even do your wingsuit. Noted. Yeah, that's pretty sick. if you got paid to go to school. That's good. I'm jelly. I could do things like get financial aid, this and that, but, well, in, like, America anyway. I'm sure that's a thing there, but I wouldn't even be eligible because my parents make too much money. Even though I don't use... Wait, it just offered me to use my wingsuit now. We call that a scam. Yeah, see, now it works. Oh, maybe I was just out of the zone. I don't know. Oh, wait, it is invisible, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool.
Okay, watch yourself, Danny.
Just want to blow it up. And then teleport.
Oh, a spit.
I'm intrigued. What the fuck? How absurd is that? These look so absurd. What are those? Yeah, Payday 2 for real. We got a new Deagle. Cool, I guess. Let me do these thingies. At least now I don't do them all anymore, because I have no need. So you don't have to worry about me doing 17 different of these things, because these things are annoying. I only do the ones that I actually need. I love how I always grab these, but I never actually use them. It's just collecting them. That's a good reason. I didn't even think about that, to be quite honest with you. That is definitely a fair way. I like how they put yeet in this game. Zooey mama. So which one do I have to do? The crocodile one? I think this is the one that's busted, so if it's still busted, I'm gonna cry. So just to possibly save time, or not waste as much time, I'm gonna make it easier on me and finish it, because I've had it where at the end the enemies don't spawn in and then I just stand there.
So you said good. All right, where are you taking me, Lola? To the fucked up.
Hey, just heard the cliffside trail southeast of the lighthouse isn't heavily patrolled.
Oh, there's a dead drop.
Did you
Oh,
hear that?
okay, I'm nowhere near it then.
People love to talk, and I love to listen. You'll learn.
This is a good game. There's so much good about this game, at least for me personally. That's why I play it so much, and I want to do all the objectives and get all the free stuff and all that jazz. Looks great. Far Cry 5 was so good until the ending. The ending was so fucking stupid. Yeah, I don't watch any award show thingies. But I'm sure there's probably something sus about it. No. I'm close to it. It's probably going to be over here. Me too, dude. Me too. Don't worry. I'm so glad they spawned right in front of me. You saw that, right? They weren't there, and then on the minimap all of a sudden, they were right there. So I'm one too close. I gotta go this way. That was such a scam, though. Ah, yes. We're gonna appear right in front of you. Hope that's okay. Gotta look for the blue drop. Oh, okay. I don't know why I grabbed that. That was a waste.
I can give one of the bigger ones to Sergeant Naranjo.
¿Por qué? You want to end up as crock food yourself? It wouldn't be the
Did he say cock food? XD. I'd love to be cock food. Wait, what? I love chickens. They're so gosh darn cute.
And he keeps feeding people to the crocs anyway, so...
Where?
We're not supposed to talk about that ever. You're going to get us both killed.
The heck? If you see a blue square, is it somehow up there? I don't even think there's a ladder. You think so? Oh, you can't even get up there. Oh, here it is. I mean, I do like replaying it. That's just me, obviously. It's just a lot of single player games don't usually have a lot of replayability, but this one on the other hand lets me come back all the time and because it's a story mode game. So I agree with you for the most part that it's hard to have replayability because you already it's like always the same thing. Like once you get good enough, you're just going to be, you know, better than everybody. Or yeah, they're not even on the map. What a scam. But that's why we play a lot of like competitive things or like teamwork based, because then, or online games, I guess in general, have a lot more replayability for that specific reason. But at least this one, yeah, it keeps giving me rewards for coming back and playing. The only downside though is if they don't add a new game plus feature, which I don't know why they didn't.
Rocco loves him some Crocs and he's
Then I can't ever replay like with everything. That's why I liked it in Far Cry 5 is I could finish the game and then restart again with all my skills.
Don't worry.
So in a way, I think Far Cry 5 has more replayability than this game. This game just for the first year or whatever is probably gonna allow me to.
I think I found Rocco. He's the only one here who looks stupid enough to build this place.
As I was saying. Oh. Now, as I was saying.
This is going to get ugly.
It's win-win. One less Singao and Yara, and Rocco gets buried with his croc.
Have you always been an optimist?
Got to be, and today is Yara.
What? Bruh. They're gonna get aggroed. Well, they should be anyway. Last time I played on the new one, they got aggroed. No, I guess they don't get aggroed. Maybe it's because it's on a easier difficulty. I'm sure that's why.
Good news, Lola. Rocco's with his croc in Swamp Heaven, and I got what we came for.
Nice work, Danny. I'm on my way. Careful with the PG-240X. It's highly volatile.
Muchas gracias. I was trying to forget about that part.
Just keep it cool. Try to stay in the shed. Get it in water as much as you can, and you'll be fine.
You'll be fine, she says. Buenas noches. Venga!
Uh-oh. I feel like I'm going the wrong way.
Saw some.
Do they just glide a little bit? That's what it looked like. Well, when you were playing Far Cry or Payday earlier, were you having fun at least? Or were you crashing a lot still? Like, this isn't even like a sideways remark. It's just I know that my system is pretty good. But like, I'm surprised that, you know, people with like lower end hardware have more problems than I do. I'm considering how buggy that game is. Like, I do find it odd that I don't ever get similar problems, because like since the update there's been people crashing whatever, but I fortunately don't crash. Because I know obviously like how a game runs and operates and whatever is hardware dependent, but it's quite surprising that it doesn't even affect people or other hardware and stuff. Oh, you did fix the issue? Nice. Oh, I tried to dodge all this. That's annoying.
I have to cool this thing down.
I like how I'm just immune while I'm in that animation. Keep hitting the tree. Where's the water?
Good. There's some water.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. That is a lot of mods. Jesus Christ. I didn't even know you had that much.
Lola, I'm at
I've
the
got like,
lighthouse.
what,
Where the hell are
20?
you?
Danny, you pissed them off good.
I know.
Sengaos block all the roads. Had to reroute it. Oh yeah, I will put you in the fucking ground today, abuela. You live long enough. Don't you give me the I'm just a sad old woman routine. Te veo. I see you. I fucking see you. I'll be there soon, Danny.
Rápido.
Okay, sorry. But yeah, that's a lot of mods. I'm on like 7, like on this game, for example. I love how it kept making me twitch up and down as I was trying to aim. Oh boy, that's awkward. Motherfucker.
Danny, you okay?
I will be when you pick me up and get me the hell out of here.
Disculpa, Danny. Turns out that Abuela was a client who thought I sold her a t-shirt
Wrecked.
instead of a rocket launcher. Had to clear that up. Dementia is bad for business.
Being here is bad for my life expectancy, so hurry!
Better cool this off in that water.
Repinga.
Hey, fuck you, I said it! Not my fault your horse decided to take a shit in the middle of the street and I don't have brakes. Hello? Who's this?
Danny, remember me? I called for a cab a million years ago.
Coño, I'm coming. Don't worry, we can negotiate my tip. Okay, Danny.
Well, that was fast. Jesus Christ.
Nice work, Area. Got a weapon and barely a scratch on you.
The wounds are all mental, Lola.
Shit. Crockman's house would be instant inner trauma for anyone.
Okay. Like it still gives me the prompt to play it on co-op and doesn't give it to me, obviously, but it shouldn't even be there since I can't even do co-op anyways. Unless it's with a friend, which I unfortunately don't have. I'm just kidding. Okay, where is this dickhead? Oh, there they are.
Camera.
Una cámara.
Found the security room. Coño. I'm good. Fumigator. Great.
Oh, they're just out of range.
Eyes off, Danny. Can't hide from me. Please get me out of here.
I feel like I've done this one before. Insurgency-wise. I do find it very satisfying doing stuff like this. Stealthily and all that. Yay, insurgency crushed. Oh, but yeah, I don't know if I already told you yet, but I also am currently... I mean, I'm on day shift again, which is kind of eh. Like, I don't necessarily mind. But what's nice, though, is that I'm on 8s, because I asked for 8-hour shifts, because I told you that I prefer 8-hour shifts versus 10s. So I've been having a lot more time between shifts to play games, and I fucking love it. You could ask 2 common questions, and what are those? Wait, what the hell? Wait, so I finished the insurgency, but yet there's still stuff that needs to be recaptured? What? I'm so confused. Nice meme. But yeah, as for the second one, I don't know what HUD you use. Look at the water. I can see underneath the water. Hacker man. The hacks. I'm like Moses, but with the corners of my screen. I don't really like my... Well, I love this mouse pad, but I don't really like that it doesn't match with the white, unfortunately. However, it is pretty sick how you can visibly see them on the webcam.
Should kill the alarm. Better watch myself.
Funny meme. That would have been so funny if this entire time you wait until 2 hours in to tell me that my webcam is invisible, let alone if I couldn't see it. Not only do I obviously have the preview right over here, I can see it, but I also have a mini window playing on my desktop. So funny meme.
Viva Libertad!
And only 45 minutes of it is me actually playing. I'm sure that's what you're gonna say anyway. Like I opened that up and it still has yet to tell me what I just unlocked. Oh well. Or found anyway.
Yeah, Intel hotline. I'm looking at the biggest coffee factory I have ever seen. What can you tell me?
That's in Robustas Hills, right? The farmers have to bring all their coffee there for processing. Secure the oil tanks at the factory. Last I heard, those oil tanks are sitting on dry grass. Really dry grass.
Adios.
I was about to say, bro, if you really think that that wasn't a headshot. What? Now they're aggroed, aren't they? Oh no, I think we're good.
That's not good.
how in the heck do I get up there? Oh. I see. With my eyes.
Wonder what this unlocks.
Beans. Easy. Now is everything good on this end? I think so. Now I just gotta find Lola and... I'm not in the mission though. Hate that. There we go. I'm surprised nobody's made a mod to fix that yet. The problems where it'll tell you, can't in combat. Bro, I'm not even in combat. If somebody's not detected of me, I shouldn't be quote-unquote in combat. Damn. So I need 1,200 more moneda. I already have 237, so I need to do probably... I just need to do two... I gotta do 2 Spec Ops things, and then I'll be done.
Fancy Jodido auction messing with my business.
Just wanted to say, you make us fucking.
I mean, like, it's not terrible, but it just doesn't fit the game. That's why I won't be using it. So, like, for example, for some reason, this one's a straight-up downgrade. So, like, with the one I have now, I have an extra large rectangular suppressor, which you can't even get on this version for whatever stupid reason. You can only get the large, so it looks different. I liked the big suppressor. I'm used to seeing it. I wonder if this one's going to be any better. Or if it's going to be the same scenario. I hope not. Yeah, that's so stupid. It doesn't let me equip it either. It's just the large and rectangular and whatever, but it doesn't look good. At least in comparison to the... I don't know. I think the reason why I didn't use it actually was because it didn't... The stats weren't as good. So yeah, now there's 2 Deagles. Look, they're the exact same, and they get less stats versus the one that I'm using. That's why I don't use them. So like if I equip it, like this one does more damage and has better handling. Like there's no reason for me to use the overclocked version. 24-hour stream win? Maybe. Maybe someday, dude. I don't have that kind of energy. I would love to do consistent I like doing like 12 to 16-hour streams whenever I have the chance. It's just, unfortunately, I don't. At least in this current circumstance. Maybe when my girlfriend starts working with me, we're going to probably be on different shifts. So I'm sure that there'll be days or a day every once in a while where I can do that. The only thing I don't like about it not disappearing or showing the Supremos, it should show them here. At least I think so on my back. But then again, I guess it doesn't matter. It's just mentally, I don't know if I can handle 24 hours, and you know me, I'm very serious about my sleep, because I'm a fucking loser. I'm an old person. Alright, so I gotta do 2 of these special ops.
You need to freshen. Oye, Danny. Trejo.
The new one was okay. I hate this one. This one pisses me off.
Oye, Danny.
Yeah, I love long streams.
Welcome
Like
to my
ones that fit into my gaming time. 12 hours is definitely doable. 16 hours is possibly doable. Like, very likely it's just like 24-hour, like, I don't think I'd enjoy it. Like, that's, I love gaming. If I could hypothetically stay awake for the rest of my life and just game, I totally would, but I need my sleep. And if I don't have my sleep, I'm tired, I'm cranky, I'm unhappy. I like to be well rested. I know you don't with your, and I quote, crackhead hours.
Nobody is getting in or out.
Hijo de puta, get off. I'm controlling the locals.
They can't control me.
Oh, there's another dead drop. It's gonna be up in the
I'm
corner.
going in to
Okay.
locate the
It's gonna
airbase.
be all the way over here.
Okay. Suerte, Danny.
Shit. Special forces.
Danny, I got word some Spec Ops soldados grabbed a few of my informants. Think you can help them?
Claro. Know where I can find them?
Those Singaos are signaling for extraction. Just look for their flares.
It might not matter to you, and I don't necessarily notice a difference. In some instances, though, it does feel smoother when I move my mouse, but on this quote-unquote limited edition, ghost edition version of this mouse, the, on the bottom, the little slides, where, like, you know, obviously it rests on the bottom of the mouse, it's 2 instead of 4, and, like, there's a long one on top and then a long one on the bottom, but it feels like it's a little smoother. It's just, you're gonna pay more for your mouse. There's honestly no reason why I do this, because it doesn't provide anything for me. I think it only gives XP, but the XP isn't even super serious for me, since I'm already max level.
Lola, got eyes on your people. I'll try to get them out.
Thanks, Danny.
Would you?
Easy.
Come on.
You're a mad lad.
Thank you. Ningún problema.
You, what does that mean? Are you getting ready to
No
get
hay
off?
problema. Lola, your informants are in the clear.
Gracias, Danny.
You got it.
Again, they didn't show up on the minimap. Scam. Let me go east. I was trying to figure out on the minimap where I'm supposed to go. Should be up here. The dead drop anyway. Lately it's been a little misty and cold, and it was a little sprinkly today, and I was in love. I love rainy, gloomy weather. It's the poggest time of the year. It's the most poggoful time of the year. Alright, where's the dead drop? I did. So it's been both? That's weird. Is it usually dry weather over there? Oh, here it is. What the hell is down here? Yeah, I know, I was shrimping for Misty. Even though one, I have a girlfriend, two, they don't watch my my streams. Ah, yes, I'm gonna shrimp for somebody that don't love me. Why you bully me? Is what I say. Okay, I really like this AK I found because the recoil is pretty good. It's very consistent compared to the other fucking guns. That's why I've been using this one.
Lola, the mudslide wrecked the airbase. Nothing's flying out of here for a while.
Good. The workers in the fields can breathe a little easier now.
I'm going to check the buildings near the control tower for the weapon. Stand by.
Always do, Guerrilla.
Lola, the timing's not great. This important?
One of those
I wish he hangs up just to call again.
Sending you the info now. Put a bullet in him for me.
I'll put all the bullets in here.
Easy. Bro, move.
Adios, Commander. Thanks for the key.
Oh my god, I can't. There we go. Yeah, Lola's a scam caller. Honestly, though, I'm surprised they didn't implement that feature in here where, like, if you're mid-call with them and you already get to the objective, she's like, oh, by the way, instead of call or hanging up just to call again.
Lola, got the weapon and on my way back to the evac area. I'll call when I'm near the apartment blocks.
You work fast, Guerrilla. Maybe I should poach you from one. Get you running my merch.
Betray Juan? That would start another war.
I don't doubt it. Okay, I'm headed your way. Remember to keep that thing cool. Shade, the pumps, even that muddy poison water will help you if you get desperate, Guerrilla.
Oh, I missed. Cringe. Oh, thought they were gonna start moving. I thought you could shoot through that. That was stupid. The only reason why more of them spawned was because I got quote-unquote detected. If you do that without getting spotted, you can... I'm about to die because of that. So now I have to take advantage of that.
It's a mass grave.
That's the only stupid part about these missions. It's like, oh, hey, you get spotted, now backup shows up. But yet I can sit there and they can visibly watch me kill their friends.
Careful, Flamer.
Or visibly watch their friends die, but the moment I'm detected is when more respawn. That's how I learned to do these better. Yeah, see how no more are spawning? But the moment they see me, it's, oh, hey, back up. But it's instantaneous, which is stupid. Yeah, see, nobody spawned. That was how I realized that this stupid busted game got easier. As soon as I learned that. That was the whole reason why I avoided killing them in the first place, was because I thought if they saw anybody die with all the million of them standing together, that it would basically be pointless to kill them. So that's why I would always just run in and use the water. Oh, what? Hey, let me shoot through the first time. There's probably something in the way. What? There we go. Easy.
Good. There's some water. Time for some water. Gotta watch out.
Stupid dog. This one can get a little hectic though. On the roof.
I'm at the apartments, Lola. Where the hell is everyone?
Military chase everyone away after you stir shit up.
Good. This could get messy.
A mudslide, you and the chemical weapon? I expect nothing less.
What the fuck are you doing?
Good. There's some water.
What? Some of them getting shot in the face and not getting killed. I also learned that, yeah, you can do this. If there's bullet holes in it, it'll actually cool it. I mean, it makes sense. I'm glad they implemented it.
To keep this thing from overheating.
Oh boy.
got mud in all my cracks, and this place is a total horror show. But other than that, I'm good. Where are you?
I'm stuck at a checkpoint. This soldado, who I pay fucking good money to, is hassling me about some missing TVs. I'm about to lose my shit and show him my weapons catalog.
Just stay calm, Lola. I'll deal with the soldados until you're here.
Wrecked. Hacker man.
Have to get this thing in water.
I don't think it, in some instances, will cool as fast. But yeah, it's just a super nice thing. Super nifty thing to have. Scam.
I got to cool this now.
Hacker man. I was hoping I could shoot through that. Oh boy. There we go. One of my coworkers was annoyed that in Far Cry 6 they removed the ability to get like human companions like in the 5th one. Which I think he has a point. Alright, buddy, take care, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for dealing with me and trying to figure out why the fuck the mods weren't working.
I'm dead if I don't get these in water soon.
I'll see you later, man. Have a good night.
Lola, tell me you're close.
Still held up. That little come mierda called his commanding officer. I could shut those teeth. Still held up. That little come mierda called his commanding officer. I could shut those TVs up his... Don't worry. Lola's got this.
Just get over here, compai. I have to cool this thing down. Should cool this thing down with that water. Cojones! Where can I cool this down? Shit!
9, 8, 7, 6.
Water over there.
Oh, my head.
Venga! Weapons getting hot!
That soldado como mierda finally let me go, Danny. But now I got FND on my ass. I have to get creative.
Loose them. I'll clear the ones around me.
Why do I have a headache right now, dude?
Almost snapped my axle, but I shook them, Danny. Almost there.
Good. Now get me out of here so I can take a shower and book a fucking therapy session. Have to get this thing in water! Mango, it's burning up! I don't get these in water soon! Water over there.
Yeah, I did it. Oh, my head. Jesus. I'm gonna take some more anti-inflammatory stuff. Ow, it's fucking pulsating.
What happened in Marcelo is more than bad weather. Hola, from Lola. Oye. Hear anything about a mudslide? Poison spill? I'm all ears.
Hey, gracias, Danny, for everything.
Alrighty, on that note, since I am now done with everything for the week, I will be heading out now. Appreciate you guys for, or to anybody who was hanging out for this video or slash stream. Thank you for watching the VOD in the past time. I have a really bad headache right now, so I'm going to take a little bit of a break and then I'm going to hop on some State of Decay. So, I wish you guys all the best. Thank you guys for hanging out, and I will see you guys soon. Peace out.
And until he gives me up, they're going to keep him locked up.